Hello, this is Jen from Newton's Nook Designs. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm super excited to be sharing with you our new spring product release. This release is filled with all kinds of fun for Easter, along with some beautiful spring blooms and a little bit of puppies and kitties too. So there's definitely something to brighten your day for spring. Join me for a closer look at all the products, and then I'm going to show you some examples of projects I made it to give you a bit of inspiration to get you started. First, I'm going to be sharing with you our new Easter products. We have an adorable new stamp set called Easter Postage Sampler. Now, this is perfect to use with our Postage Sampler die set, or you can use it on its own. It's filled with lots of cute little Easter images. There's carrots, eggs, a tulip, some bunnies and chicks, and a cute little Easter lily. There's even a postmark that says Easter Blessings, so you can make a fun postage theme card or you can use it just for Easter images. And of course, a die set is available if you'd like that as well. Then we have our Happy Easter die set. This is a layering die set, so you get the words happy and Easter, and then there's a second layer that you can place behind it. It's just a little bit larger and gives you a fun effect if you want a two-tone layered word. And you'll see how that works in my cards here. So my first card features that Happy Easter die set that we just looked at. In this example, I cut it out of pink and white, so you can see how that looks when it's layered together. Behind that, I have prints using our Pastel Basics paper pad, and I layered them together and then cut them out with our Basic Frames die set to give it that fun stitched rectangle. And in the very back, there's a scalloped rectangle, and that's from our Frames and Flags die set. So just a really fun, quick and easy Easter card. On the next card, I combined the Happy Easter die set with the cute images from the Postage Sampler stamp set. So you can see how cute they all look together. I used our postage stamp layout die set for that cute postage edged frame. And inside each of them are those little squares. Those were cut out with our Spring Blooms paper pad for all the cute little floral prints. And then, of course, on top of those, we have the cute images from the Postage Sampler stamp set. So you can see how great those all work together. On this adorable card, I again used that postage stamp layout die set, and this time I just used solid pink and yellow paper, and I layered over those cute little bunny and chicken egg images from the postage sampler stamp set, and the little words peep, spring, and 25 cents to kind of help with the spring and postage theme. In the background, the polka dots and stripes are from the Pastel Basics paper pad. On this card, I used that Happy Easter again, this time in a light blue and white. And then I used the cute chick and the tulip from the Easter Postage Sampler stamp set. This time I didn't use the postage theme, I just used them on their own. And then the background was cut out with our A2 card layout die and the Spring Blooms paper pad again. On this one, I went back to the postage theme. This time I cut them out individually. So you cut out the whole sheet and then just snip them apart. And then I have the cute little Easter blessings postmark there. And in the background, I use our basket weave stencil with some white texture paste to create that fun basket theme, which goes perfectly with these sets. On this card, I created three Easter lilies in a row. So it's like a roll of stamps and added the 10 cents in each one. So they're kind of identical images. And I thought that was a fun way to represent postage stamps. I used the postmark with Easter blessings on the top. And then the pattern papers are from our Pastel Basics paper pad. And the scallop on the bottom was cut out using our Sky Borders die set. My last card here uses the Easter Bunny theme. I wanted to show how you could use the stamps without necessarily using the postage die. So on this one, I focused on bunnies. I took out our bunny tail stencil set. This is a fun set that has two layers, so you can do the bunnies one color and the tails another color. And in this case, I used white embossing paste on the tails over pink bunnies. So that turned out really cute. And then I used our basic frames die set to cut out that vellum banner. And then over it, I have a couple circles from our circle frames die set. And of course, the adorable bunnies and carrots from the Easter Postage Sampler stamp set. So you can see how easy it is to create a card with these cute little images without necessarily making it a postage theme. So another great way to use them for your Easter cards. Next, I'm going to share with you our new floral products. So we have a fun new die set that you can use to make daisies. You get the leaf, the flower centers, the stem, and of course, two different daisy blooms. So those can be combined for really cute daisies. Then we have our new hyacinth stamp set. So you get a big hyacinth bloom along with some fun spring sentiments. There's a little hello to brighten your day, thank you, and wishing you a beautiful spring. So, really cute sentiments for sending some pretty spring cards. For this card, I created an Easter card that also features those new daisies. So I used our Happy Easter die set, and in this case, I didn't use the background. I just used the one layer with the words Happy and Easter by themselves, and that fit perfectly inside the squares from our Frames and Tags die set, so I thought that looked really nice. And then I took the daisies, I cut out the two daisy shapes, added the yellow centers and the green leaves and stems onto that, and they fit perfectly in that other window from the Frames and Tags die set. The seam die set was also used to create that fun zigzag edge that I used for the outer edge of the whole layout. So a fun way to use all those products together. This card also features that Daisies die set. I cut out 3 daisies on this one, and I used some fun textured paper. So there's a textured white and green. You can see how cool that looks with the die cut. I cut the 3 daisies in white, yellow centers, and of course green for the leaves and the stems. I created them into a little bundle and glued them on an oval cut out with vellum, and that was our oval frames die set there. Then for the background, I used our quatrefoil stencil with teal ink over a light teal paper, so that creates a really fun two-tone effect. Then for the sentiment, I use Sending You Sunshine and Smiles. That's from our Spring Blooms oval stamp set. That one has a lot of really fun spring sentiments if you're looking for some more ideas and some cool flowers too. On this card, I again used the Daisies die set. This time I cut out a whole bunch of daisies out of white and a whole bunch of yellow centers, and then I just kind of arranged them all over the paper till I liked the way they looked, and then glued them down. And if there was any extra hanging over the edge, I just took a scissor and snipped off the edges so that it lines up flush with the edges of that paper. So that's a really fun way to make a background using a die cut. For the sentiment on this one, I used Wishing You a Beautiful Birthday, and that sentiment is from our Best Mom Oval stamp set. And that's another great stamp set if you're looking for some spring sentiments or Mother's Day. It's got a lot of good Mother's Day stuff on it too. Now I'm going to show you a couple of cards I created using the Hyacinth stamp set. For this first one, I stamped 2 hyacinths right onto the back of a watercolor card base. And I used watercolors to color them in pink and purple tones. And then I stamped a third one on a separate piece of paper, colored that one kind of in between a light purple color. And then I die cut that one and layered it over the top. On the top, I added the sentiment, a little hello to brighten your day, and then just a cute little green hill along the bottom that was cut out using our land borders die set. For the second card, this one is only one layer. I just stamped those hyacinths at a couple of different heights straight onto the watercolor panel. And again, I used watercolors, different shades of purple and pink, and a little blue hyacinth in there too. And then I also added a little watercolor just around the edges of the images to give kind of a nice blue sky halo. And I added the sentiment, wishing you a beautiful spring, up on top. And these images are so fun to watercolor. If you like to watercolor, this set is really great for that. The last product I'm going to share with you today is our adorable new Spring Heights stamp set. This adorable set features two tall images that are perfect for pairing with our bookmark 1 and 2 dies, or they can be used on their own to create adorable cards. On the left, we have a stack of dogs who are ready to help you do some spring planting. On the top, we've got a dog in a pot with flowers. Then there's a dog with a watering can and a dog digging up the dirt. So definitely ready to help you do some spring planting. Above them, the sentiment is plant smiles, grow laughter. Then we have kitties climbing up a tree. Those naughty kitties are trying to get that bird, or at least peeking out at him from around the branch. On the bottom, the sentiment under that one says, the higher you climb, the better the view. And then, of course, in the center, we've got a bee and a couple of butterflies that can be added along with those images. And a die set is also available. First, I'm going to share with you a set of bookmarks that I created using these fun new images. So here we've got the kitties in the tree with the higher the climb, the better the view. And on the other one, we've got the doggies with the plants with the sentiment, plant smiles, grow laughter. So you can see how perfect those work on the bookmarks. I used our hills and grass stencil along the bottom there to create that grassy edge. And then on the tops, I used our petite cloud stencil, just inking blue around the edges. And I added a little bit more ink on the top where I wanted the sentiment to go so I knew it would pop out. These bookmarks would be great to tuck into a Easter basket or just to hold your place in your favorite book while you're reading this spring. In addition to the bookmarks, I created a couple cards using this set. So the first card here features the doggies ready to plant and the sentiment plant smiles grow laughter. In the background, I used our cloud stencil to create the cloudy sky and then our hills and grass stencil along the bottom. So you can see how great those two stencils work together to create landscapes. And then, of course, I added the puppies on top of the hill and the cute little bee and butterfly in the sky. Of course, for my last card, I had to use those kitties again. So I used this image with the cute kitties in a tree. I colored the lower kitty orange, like the Newton, and the upper kitty is a gray tabby. Then I added the cute butterflies in the sky. And then the background, I used our trailing leaf stencil to create a fun leaf pattern. I thought that went really well with the garden theme. And then the striped paper up the side there is from our Pastel Basics paper pad. And then the sentiment, the higher the climb, the better the view in the circle. I just think that sentiment goes so perfectly with these kitties climbing the tree. So that's our spring release. I hope you've enjoyed walking through it with me and seeing all the projects I created. I'm just going to lay them all out here one last time for you to review. And I just had so much fun creating with all these new products. I love all the spring flowers and the Easter stuff too. Those cute little Easter images are kind of addicting. I really got into making cards using all those. As you can tell, I had a ton of cards. So just so much fun to color those all up and cut them out and add them to all kinds of different layouts. So I hope that you found something here that you like and you'll go over and take a peek in our shop. Everything I showed you today is currently going to be in the new category, but while you're over there, take a peek at the spring and Easter categories. You'll find a lot more things in there, lots more flowers and bunnies and chicks and cats and bunny ears. So there's definitely something in there that will help brighten someone's day this Easter. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful crafty day.